The Brit car maker McLaren is faring well in America these days. Sales this year from January through July reportedly up 81% over 2015. So what's all the fuss about? WSJ's Rumble Seat columnist Dan Neal took the 2017 McLaren 570GT for a spin, and he's here to tell us. Hi, Dan.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. So this is where I get to say, Dan, you've got a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
I'm no hero.
That's right. But I mean, Dan, this is a car that costs over $200,000. So how bad can it be?
Well, just like the Renaissance, the very, very rich people sort of finance the creative arts and advance the sciences in all different ways. And eventually the groundlings and peasants got to enjoy it. So, this is just a preview of your coming attraction. But speaking of your coming attraction, did you not catch a ride in this car a little earlier in this year?
I did, but it didn't go anywhere. I just sat in it.
That's where you've made your mistake. I believe I've identified your problem.
Absolutely. So, no, you're way ahead of me on this one. So what stands out to you about this car, Dan? I mean, what was the drive like?
Well, first is a product of sublime modernity and complete technical excellence. What stands out to me, really, frankly, is that, because it is so smooth and so perfected in so many ways, it might as well be an electric car for all the sort of the sensations that it has compared to a regular gas-powered sports car. It's very fast. The chassis is very unchallenged by the internal combustion engine in it. And, it just seems this is part of we're at this intersection between gas and electric. This is going to take 10, 15 years of technical history to get past, but we're in that now. And so this car is sort of an interesting landmark along the way.
So this car is ready for the future. But Dan, I love the way you described the seamless transmission. I mean, it just sounds lovely.
It is. Well, when you get on an electric car, you push the gas down and acceleration and power ramps up in a very linear way until it tails off. So in this car, similarly, you can't feel the gear shifts. There's a lot of gears, 7 gears, and they go by boom, 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 like that. But you don't really feel them so much as hear rumors of them from the back of the car.
And Dan, what did you think about the 570 GT's signature item, the side hinged rear hatch?
Oh, this is great. This is a total classic. Complete win. This is the car to get. First, because it drives better on rough roads. Second, because of the glass hatch, which opens toward the curb, which is good and safe. And it also creates this beautiful, completely glass top. I say it in the story. It looks like a mobster's glass top coffin. But it's so wonderful, and you can see the world in it,
yeah,
and they can see
like
you.
You can lay back in those seats and just look at the stars. I love it. So Dan, these have the regular bat wing doors that open to the side.
Yes, they call them dihedral hinge doors, but they are scissor doors. Not gull wings, but scissor wings.
Scissor wings. Okay.
As the movie says, you've got to have a car with the doors like this. I mean,
you don't want to bump into anyone. Well, Dan, it looks like an amazing car. I'm very jealous that you got to ride in it and I didn't.
Next time you call me, we'll make arrangements.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Dan.